Hi everyone, Fenris Models here, and today we're going to take a look at the A-18F Super Hornet in USN Special Colors from Italeri in 1/48 scale. Now, this kit is a 2021 reboxing and new decal set from a 2001 tooling. I believe still Italeri. I know that the same tooling has been released for Academy as well as Revell, but I believe it's Italeri who had the initial tooling for it. You can see here we do have, we're going to have 4 schemes in the box. It's going to be a little bit sizable, 38.1 centimeters when fully built from front to back. So yeah, how about we open this up and take a look on the inside. And as you can see, we have, I believe that's 6 sprues. Yep, 6 sprues worth of plastic, and our instructions and our large decal sheet. So let's start with the instructions. We see here on the front that we do have a nice little blurb about the aircraft. We have it repeated in Italian, German, French, Spanish, and Russian. And then on the first page in, we do have the layout of the sprues, which this looks like there's only 5, so I'm not sure how I counted 6 a moment ago, but we shall see. We do have the suggested colors. These are in Iteleri's acrylic paint colors, so it does also have the, get that focused, there you go. It does have the FS code in case you want to match it up with, whatever brand you want to use. As per the normal, it begins with assembly of the cockpit. We have 2 seats there, as well as the all the internal components. Looks like what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decals that'll be going on the inside. So, got to note that down. And then closing that on up in the cockpit, along with the nose cone. And then we have assembling the engine air intakes to the wing root part of the fuselage, and attaching those 2 together before getting on to actually attaching the wings themselves. It does mention for a better decal application on the rudders to, the phrasing they use is delete the formation lights with putty and sandpaper, but in other words, get rid of those to make the decals lay a little bit nicer. And then we have the landing gear, which, as you guys know, I'm probably going to omit, or at least see if it's possible to omit. Hopefully the gear bay doors will fit a little bit better than the U2 did, but we'll see. And then we got our munitions. And then whether we're leaving the cockpit open or closed, it does show how to model it in both directions, which is nice. And they even included a nice little ladder if you so desire to model your aircraft that way. And then we have the paint schemes. I actually really do like almost all of the paint schemes in here, so I don't know which one I'm going to be doing yet. But the first one, version A here, we have the black aces. I really liked this one with the stark red, but to be honest, that massive spade is going to be a pain, I think, to apply, so I may not do this one. I don't know yet. Version B is the Mighty Shrikes, which again has some nice red on it. In version C, the Instructor Program, which instead of red has that striking blue stripe, which I really like as well. As I said, there's kind of no duds. All of these schemes are good. And then finally, version D for the Red Rippers. Alright, and on to the decals. And these decals are, in fact, from Cartograph. It doesn't have the same little Cartograph symbol that you usually see on Airfix ones. But that doesn't change the fact that they are Cartograph, so. They've also done us a favor and partitioned out each of the schemes. So here we have for the Black Aces, the Shrikes, training program, or instructor program, excuse me, in the Red Rippers. Although it's interesting that Red Rippers has no red. Anyway. And then down here at the bottom, we have all of our general decals that are going to go on, all of them. Mostly our interior cockpit panels, our seat belts if you so want to use a seat belt decal, that kind of stuff. All right, now to look at these sprues. So first up, we have the main fuselage piece. And our air intakes for the engines and the nozzles. Some landing gear parts. And they are pretty crisply molded, so no, doesn't really look like there's much cleanup that needs to be done. Second sprue has this large fuselage single piece here. I do wonder if it would have made more sense to have these as their own separate parts, but this was the choice they went with. They must have had their reasons, so it's one big large block in the center. You have the nose cone there. Part of the front of the plane. And you can see that there are recessed panel lines. They're not super deep. Again, keeping in line with that, probably closer to actual scale. I mean, it's probably deeper than what scale it would, scale should be, but it's definitely much more shallow than, say, Tamiya or Airfix. So there's that. Next up, we have our munitions sprue. So we have an assortment of bodies and fins, our fuel tank, and our wheels for the landing gear. Some more body and fins. There's that cockpit tub there. Okay, and now this is why I counted 6. This guy was kind of hanging off in there, and I think this actually might have been at the bottom of that last one, or should have been. And it's interesting though, because also noticing the first bit of flash on this, you can see right there. Just a little bit. I think this is like the kind of hood cover over the instrument panel. Computer systems, I think that's what that is. Not 100% sure, but besides that, I haven't really seen anything that looks too terrible, needing cleaning up. So, all right, and finally we have our wings, and you can see we got some variation on the panel lines. So we got some smaller ones that you have to have the light on to see, but then there's also these nice large ones. We have some pylons. The wing, and our gear bay covers. Which again, everything looks nice and crisp. And then finally, we have our clear pieces, which again, that is very clear, very clean. We have a good lip on the canopy frame there, so that's going to make that very easy to mask up for painting, so that's good. Yeah. So there we go. A very quick look at Iteleri's A-18F Super Hornet in USN Special Colors and 1/48 scale. Yeah, this is one I've been sitting on for a little bit. Again, modern aircraft aren't usually my go-to. Jet aircraft aren't what I usually build, but with the F-22, the U-2, I've been a little more interested in doing some more, so yeah, I thought this one would be fun to set up next to do. I'm still working on some of the other ones that I have, shown in the past. I know people are looking forward to seeing that Corsair 2. Hasn't actually been started yet, but in all fairness, I am planning on getting it going here soon, though. But in the meantime, I wanted to go ahead and get this one on out there. I know a few of you after last week's video were asking to see the sprues to this one, so I figured why not. And yeah, Again, I still haven't decided which of the schemes I'm going to do. I'm really leaning towards this one, even with the annoying decals for the spade and these little stripes here, but it'll be fine. I think it'll still be fun. It'll be a fun build, or a fun scheme. I mean it will be a fun build too, but I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, I do think that's what I'm gonna do. Let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts on a better scheme. If you guys are interested in this kit itself, and yeah, let me know what you thought. Thank you to my gift set tiered patron Calibear and to all of my starter set patrons. Your support means the world to me. And thank you for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. Small things like this help the channel immensely and does let me know what sort of things you want to see more of. If you want to watch more, how about this video here on my build of the aforementioned F-22? Or this video here that YouTube thinks that you'd enjoy. Regardless, remember, stay safe and keep modeling.